As long as Caleb takes my hand tonight, all those humiliations will come to an end.
Laris is the one the tide chose.
She has no magic power.
You promised me.
White Harbor needs a woman who can guard the harbor, not a failure who cannot even summon her scale soul.
Don't make this harder. That wasn't the Tide God's choice. That was pollution. Test it again.
She can't afford to lose.
Spiritless girl has gone mad.
This farce ends now.
From this moment, Maris Vale will stand as the harbor wife. Aurelia Ashford disturbed the rule and challenged the chosen bride. Before dawn, she must leave White Harbor.
You already forgot what I was to you.
A forsaken bride does not need dignity.
On a stormy night, I stood guard at the west gate for him. He said I was the safe haven he would never let go of.
What was that? The crown has found her.
White Harbor threw you out. No one will come.
Stay away from me!
Black Reef.
Why are you kneeling?
Not to a forsaken bride. To the last heir of the abyssal crown. Come with me. The throne beneath the tide has waited long enough.
You're making a mistake. I failed every tide trial.
Who told you failure means weakness? White Harbor used shallow harbor bloodlines to test deep-sea royal blood. They were never worthy to verify you.
Sovereign blood returns. Never beg for harbor from those who stole your sea. Never beg for harbor from those who stole your sea.
Your blood is remembering its depth.
If this blood is real, why did it let them humiliate me?
Power does not stop betrayal. It gives you the right to answer it. White Harbor East Gate has fallen to reef beasts. They request Black Reef protection. Under Old Tide law, Black Reef needs approval from the Royal Blood Bride.
So now White Harrow needs permission from the woman they discarded?
I've asked Blackrin for help yet.
Why haven't we asked Blackwood?
The Royal Blood Bride does not receive unannounced guests. White Harbor needs your help.
White Harbor declared I no longer belonged there.
You cannot let innocent people die because of personal resentment.
Bring me 3 years of White Harbor border accounts. I will not save a harbor built on lies.
Are you using this disaster to seize White Harbor?
Six repair funds were claimed in 3 years. The wall was never rebuilt.
Those funds were donated to the Tide Temple. For blessings. For allies. Then explain this private sea vault.
I did it to help you secure your inheritance.
Oath rot. Only those who betray the true harbor vow and bind a false one suffer this.
The sea has begun collecting its debt. Do not listen to words. Listen to the crack behind them.
No one has ever helped me.
Lie. Truth. Lie.
You do not need power to prove you are worthy of love. True authority is knowing who is unworthy to stand before you.
What did you do to the oath?
I corrected fate. A scaleless girl should never have taken my place.
Send the invitations. True execution should not happen in the dark.
Does Blackreed dare place an exile above the Seven Harbors?
What gives you the right to sit there?
Because the tide remembers what your family buried.
This hearing will now examine the contamination of the sinking tide rite.
Blackreed can manipulate water mirrors. This proves nothing.
Lady Maris remained beside the priests that night, awaiting their summons.
That was a benediction, not a defilement.
Speak.
The Vale family paid me to leave the altar for half a quarter.
She has been bought!
I do not need you to confess. The sea already heard you. So it was never only Maris.
If the vow was stolen by borrowed oathcraft, what was taken was not only a title. It was the lifeline between the Guardian and the true bride.
Drink it. I only wanted to save you.
Everything I did was for White Horror, for you, so you would not be dragged down by a scaleless girl.
I was wrong.
Wrong is not the same as innocent.
I thought I had to choose strength. I thought White Harbor needed stability.
Strucking my stance.
Well, it's know your jump steam, traitorous.
Is there any way to make it right?
I needed your trust then. I do not need your regret now.
If the borrowed oath fails, steal the crown instead. Ordinary oathcraft cannot save you now. If Auraria completes the Royal Awakening, every altered vow will turn back on its maker. The Vale family and the White Harbor Elders will all be dragged to judgment.
Someone is touching the bone crown with forbidden craft.
Maris never wanted only a man. She wants the throne of the sea.
Stay away! I can't control it!
Stop fear. Command it.
My blood is not yours to steal.
It's not the first time I bled for a queen.
The crown has answered.
Southmore stands ready to back your restoration of the ancient crown's authority. We also hope you will consider forming an alliance with Southmore.
I am not a prize for any harbor.
The Seven Harbors submitted themselves far too readily. Their loyalties may not be trusted.
I do not demand their instant loyalty, only that they grow fearful of lying.
Centuries ago, the Seven Ports were ruled by the deep-tide Crown Lord instead of divided Port Lords. Lords controlled lands and fleets. The Crown Lord oversaw oaths, trials, and tide edicts.
What makes you worthy to judge the sick? Cast-off daughter, usurter. The return of royal blood will bring nothing but tyranny.
What's happening? Another illusion? Do not answer them as White Harbor's wound.
Then who am I?
Answer as yourself.
I do not want a crown to be loved. I want lies to fear judgment. And if I become dangerous?
Then I will remind you who you chose to protect.
Blackbrick never lets newly awakened symbols adjudicate mining right.
This is my court.
You're nothing but a puppet he found!
Say it again, if it is true. The mining rights of all three houses are to be redrawn. 30% of the Tide Crystal revenue will be assigned to frontier repairs, and if any ledger is forged again, the guilty will stand public trial under Deep Tide Here's Lies.
You did not need me.
I needed you to let me stand.
In 7 days' time, the White Harbor corruption case of the sinking Tried Right will be heard in public. Someone touched the list.
If I judge them, what stops me from becoming them?
The fact that you are asking. Maris is gone. Old temple. Black salt everywhere. I will seal the harbor.
If we seal the harbor now, we trap ourselves and free her. Let her run toward the brightest place.
Aurelia is nothing but a foundling. Why does she get the throne that should be mine? You call this justice. I call it revenge.
If she hates White Harbor, how can she judge White Harbor?
If she hates us, how can she judge us? Then let the trial begin with me. Seal the Seafire ashes. Seal the Veil ledgers. Seal the Tide Raven memory. If you are not afraid, bleed with me.
It is a trap.
Let the tide judge us both.
She is the one chosen by the tide!
Look at her face. Even she knows I was chosen. That is not crown blood. That is theft. No! Stop it! The tide did not steal me from you. You gave me away. You were there too! You opened the altar for me!
We opened a door. You brought the poison!
The night before the sinking tide, right? You changed Illyria's position. The priests altered the salt silver scepter. And you told me Seven Harbors did not need a scaleless waste sitting as harbor queen.
Caleb knew Aurelia was excluded from the main lineup. He accepted it!
I did not know enough. But I ignored enough.
Some betrayals do not stab, they simply look away.
I borrowed the Oathcraft. She did not ask to be loved. She asked to replace the crown. The Black Salt Ring was not intended for a betrothal. It was for the grafting of royal authority. Maris knew from the beginning that the loser would be consumed by the deep tide. Yet she placed it upon her finger with her own hands.
Caleb. The false crown bearer was never the victim. Who paid you?
You cannot judge every noble in Seven Harbors!
Run, if the tide lets you.
failed the harbor before I failed you.
You may guard walls. You will never again guard a throne. Now we judge the harbor that taught them to lie.
White Harbor still deserves dignity.
Then why did my father die at a broken gate?
My husband repaired sea lanterns his whole life. He died under a gate they emptied for pearls.
This was my mother's badge. She never came back.
A harbor is not its nobles, it is its people. For oath contamination, border corruption, and forbidden arts, White Harbor will lose independent harbor authority.
No, you cannot!
The East Gate, West Loop, tide taxes, and internal trials will be supervised by Blackriff and the Sacred Tide Court for 3 years. After 3 years, if the harbor citizens approve the review, White Harbor may petition for autonomy again. Maris Vale will lose her noble name and be exiled to the Outer Salt Rift.
You cannot erase me!
You erased. You erased yourself. Auburn will be sealed in the tideless prison.
I failed the harbor before I failed you.
You may guard walls. You will never again guard a throne. Carry it better than they did.
The relief ship is burning!
The same warning was sent to every harbor.
They want you isolated.
No. They want me feared by the people I just protected. Who burnt the ship?
Black Tide Consortium. They corrupt oaths, steal inheritors, start riots, then blame the person they want destroyed.
So Maris was only one hand.
One hand, not the whole body.
I found this in the wreckage of a sunken ship. Convenient timing. They will strike at the Sea Lantern Festival, and they will make it look like her crown killed them. Cancel the festival.
A crown that hides cannot rule.
It is a trap.
Then we let the trap close where everyone can see it. If they want me feared, I will stand in the brightest place. Let them expose themselves. I hear it. Not metal, but intent.
Hold. She has it.
They want me to lose control, to harm the innocent. Foolish to disrupt the peace of the tides.
Stay back.
Stay sharp.
All curses will bow. Target confirmed. Initiating tide reversal.
Black ship without a flag. South May outport.
I have nothing to hide. That is what skilled liars say. Some think it could be a trap.
Then I will hear who set it. Not merchants, nobles.
The fall of the Imperial City was no legend. It was an act of murder.
House Blackridge has guarded the crown for centuries, yet they've bore the stain of the traitor kings of the deep all along. It turns out they were never traitors, only the last Tomb Guardians.
The Ancient Crown Review will convene in 3 days. All Port Lord clans with heritage from Sunken City must submit to the deep-tried Inquisition.
Crown returns, no harbor will be free.
Is this because of Aurelia?
Blowing summer!
My fleet can end 3 harbors before nightfall.
If I rule only by force, the Uncrowned Council wins their lie.
Open the water myriads. Let the people see who starved them.
They stole our bread, then blame the Queen.
Shut the mirrors down!
The Black Salt Fleet is heading for Blackridge.
Then let them learn what a crown is for.
Break the crown vein. Her reign ends tonight.
Hold the line. Not one ship reaches the hall.
They are under the hall!
If I force the tide now, I may save the crown and bury my people with it.
Block their retreat. No one touches the crown vein.
All rebel nobles will face the tie-dye.
Aurelia.
State your name.
From this day on, the Tide Code will be rebuilt. Every harbor will hold seats for its people.
Every oath that guards a harbor will be recorded in the open.
A stolen crown always takes a price.
I stand here because no one will ever push you back again.
Then stand there by choice, not by duty.
Always.
The tide has returned, but not all storms belong to the Seven Harbors.